Hi everybody, welcome back to the Daily Meditation with me, Paul Harrison. Today, I'm going to be doing a wonderful meditation that will make us feel so happy and so glad to be alive. You're really going to love it, and by the end of the session, it's really going to change your perspective on things and give you a really positive perspective. So do follow along and remember to subscribe. I'm going to get right into it. So to begin with, let's make sure that we are sitting with good posture. Spine nice and relaxed but straight. Lowering the chin down a little and closing the eyes. Before we close our eyes, I should tell you that I'm going to be doing Lotus Mudra, which is a mudra for feeling connected and for giving and receiving. As you can see, my hands look like a flower petal. All I'm doing is I've got the sides of my thumbs touching, the sides of my little fingers touching, and then the other fingers just resting outwards. It looks like a lotus flower. So feel free to do that. That is optional. Let's go ahead and close our eyes. And to begin with, all we are going to do is cultivate calmness in the mind. Now to do this, all we shall do is practice a little bit of anapanasati or mindful breathing. We are simply focusing on the breath as it moves through the space just beneath the middle of the nose. Simply observing how the breath feels as it moves through that space just beneath the middle of the nose. Notice the gentleness of the breath as you begin to relax and to feel calm. Notice the quietness within you, that peacefulness that is always there. As you continue to breathe and to relax. Should thoughts or feelings come to mind, we remind ourselves that this is completely normal and natural. We allow any thoughts or feelings to simply float on by as we continue to breathe and to relax. Now we are going to expand our awareness so that we are aware of the breath moving through the space beneath the middle of the nose, in through the nose to the back of the throat. Simply observing how the breath feels as it moves through that space. And now we shall expand our awareness one more time. This time we are aware of the breath moving through the space beneath the middle of the nose, in through the nose to the back of the throat, and down into the abdomen. Simply allowing the breath to occur as we breathe, focus, and relax. Now we are going to get into our meditation for happiness and gladness. To begin with, bring to mind a time in your life when you were very happy. Bring to mind a time when you felt happy, safe, loved, a wonderful moment in your life. Visualize this scene. See yourself in that moment. See yourself so happy, so glad to be alive. Simply observe yourself in that moment. What were you doing? How were you feeling? What do you see around you as you relive that moment in your life? Truly begin to visualize that perfect moment when you were so happy and so glad to be alive. Now, as you visualize this moment, notice how you begin to feel happier now. As you visualize that perfect day from your past, it generates happiness and gladness for you now. Observe that feeling of happiness and gladness. Can you feel that energy of happiness, that energy of gladness within you? Allow that happiness, that gladness, that positive energy to wash over you. And ignore my cat meowing in the background. Let us return to the breath for a moment. Return to focusing on the sensations of your breath moving through your body. Notice the calmness within. Notice the peacefulness inside you. And now let us bring to mind one more time when we were happy in our lives, a time of profound gladness, a moment of seeming perfection in the story of our lives, a gem of a moment. Bring to mind such a time. Now visualize this moment. Permit this moment to return to you now. See it before you in this very moment. See that moment of profound joy and happiness. Where are you in that moment? Take a minute to observe where you are in that wonderful moment in time. See yourself inside that moment. Visualize yourself in that perfect happy moment. How are you sitting or standing? What are you doing? How are you feeling? Now notice how, by bringing to mind this moment in time, you are cultivating joy and happiness in the present moment. Observe that feeling of joy and happiness. How does it feel to be so happy and joyful in your mind and in your body? And now let us return to the breath for a moment as we continue to breathe peacefully, observing the sensation of the breath moving through the body. And now let us bring to mind one more time one jewel of a moment in the story of our lives when we felt profoundly happy and joyful. Bring to mind such a time now. Visualize that wonderful moment in your life. Allow that moment to truly come to life in your mind now. Where were you? Observe where you are in that moment. What are you doing? And how are you feeling? Observe how this moment generates feelings of joy and gladness for you in the present moment. Notice that energy of happiness and gladness. And now let us wish for ourselves to experience more moments of such profound happiness in our future. Now, to a count of 5, we shall open our eyes. As we open our eyes, we shall bring with us the feeling of happiness, gladness, and peace. 1, our eyes begin to open just a little. 2, we carry with us the feeling of happiness, peace, and joy. 3, our eyes are halfway open now. 4, we are still peaceful and happy. And 5. And there we have it, our meditation for happiness and joy. Always remember, you have in your mind the ability to create vivid moments of happiness, memories of happiness, happy thoughts, peaceful thoughts. The more you plant in your mind the seeds of happiness and joy, the more your mind will grow into the most prosperous garden. I thank you for joining me today. Have a wonderful, blessed day. And as usual, if you would like to experience a meditation lesson one-to-one with me, you may book a session with me on thedailymeditation.com. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.